Yeah, this is amazing, this matchup. You know, the power of Jordy, the experience of Jordy. He's obviously been on the tour longer than anyone. And Griffin is, well, he's got the momentum today. Put in an amazing first heat. I think Jordy's going to really try and utilise his sort of weight and power, whereas you know that Griff is just going to continue on with that real sort of, you know, innovative approach where he's just really flaring these turns off the backhand. Here he goes.
Way up the reef, we've got Griffin Colapinto swinging for the lip line. Already has a nice pace, good control. Gets back to the bottom turn, belts it again with a really heavy pin throw on the final section.
And not a bad score on the board. So let's watch this one. Right at the top of the point. It's a quick snap off the top. Second one. The water just cutting a little deeper. Griff streaking down the line here, and this final turn, an extended tail drift re-entry on the backhand for Griff there. But man, he's got this maneuver on absolute lockdown. Looks in control each and every time.
Griffin using a lot of the lineup. Already on wave number 2. Throws the carve off the top, setting up the line, grabs the rail, looks to pull in super deep. Colapinto still traveling through the bonus section. And covering so much of this beautiful reef underneath that mayhem. Almost going the distance, starting in Griffin's favor. Let's see what he did here as he set up the down carve, just building down the line.
Yeah, Fiji flight cam, you can see here, just gets in that pig dog stance. And now just gunning it through, threading this barrel. You can see just chandeliered down at the end, just not giving him an exit at all. Unfortunate, man, he was really locked in. As the waves pick up, there's still the opportunity to get some barrels, and even though we do have this little slight onshore wind at the moment, you know, the way that this reef is set up, there's still opportunity to get in the tube.
Rolling into this one, Jordy Smith sets up just an up and out again. So 2 of those so far for Smith.
Has enjoyed this time being in the final 5 and tussled momentarily, have the yellow jersey.
Griffin up now, getting down the line. Nice, clean style, easy pace, redirect off the wall. Snaps it over the coping there. Patience and drive into the pocket. Hitting it off the top with the fin throw. Nice connection as he jams it back down to the bottom. Blitzes the lip line again. Total control and a laugh from Colapinto.
To a little bit of surface texture, but his line is still the same. He still looks so solid and connected to the wave here. Big outstretched turn to start things off. Up and over the lip on that one. A functional maneuver to get to this one here. Now you can see the angle starts to get a little tighter. And again, just jamming more power in that turn as he comes through to the inside. Just continues to have this backhand snap on lockdown, but show different variations of it. So, you know, keeping the judges entertained from start to finish. Had good patience off the bottom with that one. I love how he's coming from behind these sections, gets nice and low, has all that power.
Then went straight back into it, and then went for the drive again. He's really putting everything into it, you know, and Jordy, here's Jordy out the back. He's going to try and, you know, hustle his way down this one, but it's really interesting to watch Griffin's power surfing and adding the technical abilities into it. And you guys can tell me if I'm wrong or right here, but then Jordy is so big, he put all of his power into it. He's just putting his kind of weight into it. Oh, out the back, Griff in the barrel. Is he going to come out? What? No, he didn't come out. That wave was insane. Oh my gosh. I don't know, I'm excited. Sorry, get back to Jordy.
For Griff, just slowly starting to add a bit of pressure and perhaps more.
Griffin up now, under priority, trying to better a 6.17. Drives out that section, clean snap again for the Californian. Patience between turns and lights it up. Nice bowling inside corner to lay down the carve. Little stumble there, but recovers well over the shallows of this shallow reef. Griffin is just feeling the moment right now.
All the way back out. Let's check out the replay here. So Griff, little check turn, drives hard off the bottom, good extension on that first turn. And again, just watch how low he gets off the bottom. Compresses, waits for that moment, and then hits it tight in the pocket. Just keeping that speed and momentum out of the turn really well. Really hard, Joe, when you're up in the lip like that. this moment here to keep the speed down the line off the bottom. Difficult to do, but doing it well. Here we go, Jordy.
Jordy Smith needs an answer. There's the carve. He's had to step off of his first 3 choices. There's the Jordy blow, but can't hang on. Went for the big drift. Incomplete. Let's see what happened to Jordy here.
Okay, Jordy, decent looking wave here. Beautiful snap to start things off. Just a nice crumbly little lip. Little check cut back, puts him right back into the pocket, and then just overextends a little bit. Catches that hillside rail. You can see the family there just reacting.
In position now is Colapinto. He's continuing to keep his foot down, swinging for the lip line again. On the wind-up, belts it. Well-timed snap. Styling into that arc. Finds the power source again, doesn't waste time, jams it again. Just real smooth type of approach from Griffin Colapinto. Went through his quiver that he had at his beret just the other day.
E+ right now, I want to get an A+. Yeah, just funny. It's like crazy. It's the last day of the year, you know? Like, this year has been so busy, but has gone by so fast, and today has gone by so fast, so.
She knows her competitor. It's Caroline Marks. Back to this one. Griff will paddle into his 7th wave so far in the matchup. Blasting it off the top and getting out of there.
Interesting.
Jordy Smith's been the most patient surfer in heats out of the final 5. Griffin's been the most active wave-catching machine this season. As he's up again. He'll stretch this one out. There's that big bottom turn, snap to slide. Middle first, Sean Thompson, who's incredibly close to his family. Here's what he did on the IC replay.
Wow, so Jordy, big carve to start things off. Patiently waits. That second one just detonating off the top. Really critical part on the wave to execute that maneuver, and then just goes for that big lip line floater. And perhaps an ode to the surfers of the 90s and 2000s when the floater was just in vogue. Have a look at this, just really riding the lip of that thing. We cannot take anything away from this final maneuver over this really shallow reef section here. Jordy, just beautiful timing there. Picking the perfect moment to just jump off the lip there into the flats, and so much force that he had to absorb in the lower part of the body there.
A chance to be the world champ in 2025. A lot of space between Griff and Jordy. Smith will grab this one. Throws a quick carve off the top. Always has that real cool, comfortable pace. Third maneuver, just another little carve and release into the pocket, just going through the motions. Rolling into this one is Griffin Colapinto, still with his lead over Smith. Crushes that section. So much control in the tail drift. Keeps the rails on the face for the second move, and another big hammer for Colapinto down the stretch. The man showed off his backhand in performance conditions last year in his win over Rio Waida, getting past Jack Robinson.
He just turned up the dial and put a little bit more emphasis on every turn. That first turn just magnificent as he just tags the lip. The second one just zipped out of it, and then the third just the perfect exclamation point. But really in complete control, just in these moments where he's drifting weightless. And you can see there just getting up and under it, like almost 3-hit combination there. And this is live action.
Jordy Smith's turn. Setting that one right off the top. He'll throw that one away. We're mentioning the athletes that have won titles in their 30s, from Mark Occhilupo in 99 at 33. Jordy's 37. Here he goes. Nice clean carve off the top. Smith on the windup. Bashes it there with some control, chasing a 6.76. Patient for that third section. Puts it vertical on the Paizel. Water off the tail on the wrapping turn. Pushes again on the inside corner. Creating space, putting a lot into
the big finish, unfortunately eluding him on this wave. Nice steady pace to it though. Big carving turn off the top to start things off. A more critical snap as the second one. Does well to just sort of patiently wait for the right moment here. Stabs it up high, gets the board almost vertical. And then a couple of nice wraps to finish off. But there's that taper as the wave just sort of fizzles out into nothing. Look, there's a slight question mark around it, Joe. It's not just a flat yes. It's not totally convincing. There were moments on this wave, Jordy certainly stitching this thing together so well. And wow, congratulations, Jordy Smith, on just an incredible year. Thank you for taking on.
Griffin, incredible start to that heat. You found such great rhythm. And then midway through, Jordy pulls it back with the highest scoring wave of the day. But you looked ready for that moment and right up for the battle.
Oh yeah, I started off so strong with the 6 and then the almost 7-8-3, and Jordy was kind of fumbling on a couple waves, and I was just kind of like, oh, just like feeling good, like wow, this thing's really shifted in my favor here, and then I think I got a little too comfy and I took an average wave, and then behind it he was on that bomb. I'm like, oh no, I'm like, mistake, you know, and it just brought me straight back. I'm like, okay, I need another 8, and then. Yeah, I took another wave that wasn't good, and Jordy had priority on it, and I got my 7.6 underneath him, so he kind of paid the favor back. And yeah, this format's pretty nuts, you know, like 2 heats already. Yago's got fresh legs. I'm gonna have to bring it.
That's right, mate. It must seem crazy that, you know, at the very start of this year, right up until the cut, a world title shot was really beginning to seem like a distant fantasy as you were struggling to keep your place on tour. Now here you are in the world title matchup against the world #1, Yago Dora. I don't know how you can process that moment after the journey that you've been through, but it must feel fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, right now I'm just in the flow state of what today has on offer, and all that stuff's just in the past and in the future. And it's just enjoying this because the waves are pumping, and you know, this is what I dreamed of as a kid, you know, to do surf contests. I love performing for people and trying to do my best surfing in front of the camera and my friends and family and stuff. I love the pressure of that feeling, and to see like how that pushes you into a certain state of mind, almost like as if you were doing some crazy ayahuasca journey or something. I've never done that, but maybe this is the closest thing to it.
Yeah. Mate, speaking of friends and family, you know, you've got surf fans all over the globe, but America, and in particular California, would be absolutely frothing right now. Anything you want to shout out to them before you paddle out for this world title matchup?
Yeah, I got a bunch of my friends and family over at Cole Houshman's house doing a watch party. So what up, crew? Fired up. Thanks for sending the energy. My beautiful girlfriend's been watching. She's been sending me good energy, and my mom and dad are out here on the channel. They've been throwing love hearts at me before paddling out. So, yeah, I'm just really enjoying it, and yeah, excited to go surf again.
We look forward to seeing you surf. Best of luck, mate, in that world title matchup.
All right, thank you.
That was the sound too.
That was a great sound, Vaughn. Now